Hello, everybody.
Ooh.
Welcome back.
We did it.
We are here to SOS. Episode, what episode is this?
46.
46.
46? Yeah, something like that. Thank you guys for being so patient. My weather has been not cooperative, to put it nicely. And we're going to do what we can today to kind of just get some RPing done. Then we've got some scenes we want to do prior to any of the big stuff anyway. So thank you guys for being patient and joining us for this kind of later half of the day mini episode.
And y'all start doing rain dances. Pray to the rain gods for Mathis.
Yeah. Or don't, like, the sun gods. I don't know who you pray to, whatever you have to do.
Anything that doesn't put a thunderstorm over Mathis's head.
Other than that, before we jump in, which we're going to be jumping in pretty much immediately here, just a big thank you guys for supporting us. The usual spiel of, if you guys want to continue to support us, sharing the show is a great way to do it. You can jump in our Discord for free, which there'll be a link in the chat. And if you want to go above and beyond, subscribing to the channel or heading over to patreon.com/podbynight, you can do all that good stuff to kind of just get behind our works and the shows we bring you. And head over to youtube.com/rollforward as well for all of the VODs from season 1 all the way through season 3. So you can re-binge and remind yourself of who some of these characters have been, and that you'll be seeing again in Elysium actually very soon. Some characters you guys probably haven't seen since either early season 3 or late season 2. We'll see. I can't quite remember.
Oh, I'm excited.
All right. Yeah, it's some good stuff. With that said, however, shall we begin? Everybody good?
Yes.
All right.
Yeah.
Let's set the scene, rein things in, and see what our coterie is up to. And the thunder is going to be annoying. What we actually fade in on isn't the familiar sounds of a sizzling grill or the chatter of a lights out pub. Instead, it's muted music coming through the walls of a familiar theater, one that belongs to the loud ones themselves. As our vision also comes in, we're sitting just above the building itself, a little bit of a distance back. And as we lower down to street level and move through the front doors, we're greeted with Baby Chorus, performing one of their newer songs. I'll leave it up to you. Which song is it? Is Graffiti Heartbeats? Is that your favorite one? Is that like,
that's
Dakota's favorite one?
Favorite for a reason.
Oh, yeah, because Dakota got the CD early.
But
yeah, this is
we've
the first live performance
5
of it.
songs. So is this their first song, or are they like halfway through the set?
We'll say that like we're coming up on the halfway mark of the set at this point.
Okay, so they would be closing out Graffiti Heartbeats, which is second on the
All right,
CD.
perfect. That's where we're at,
and rolling into Subway Soul Sessions.
Oh, fantastic. And that as the Graffiti Heartbeats kind of comes to its end and we move through the crowd, seeing familiar and unfamiliar faces, both kindred and mortals alike, we push past all of that as well, catching up to Dakota, who is moving through the back doors just as we linger over her shoulder and her dreads kind of obscure most of our vision. And as you move through the back doors, Dakota is clearly joining the rest of the coterie. Both all of Ava, Ollie, and Emmy are all sat back there in various states of comfort, I imagine. Maybe Ava has a glass of wine in her hand. It's a party after all. Enjoy the live music. Miro's performing. He's up there with them, obviously. And Emmy, what would you be doing? We haven't seen Emmy at well, we've seen her at the clubs, but this is like a more of a small show concert type deal.
Whatever is the most like intense part of this, she's probably experiencing, and at like the height, she's probably at the height of that, whatever that is.
It's
so if it's like, if the music and the people dancing is like the thing, you probably see her in the middle of that, just like embracing it to an extreme amount.
And Ollie and himself standing there.
Of course.
Yep, standing there. Dakota, tonight is the night before everything that you've been preparing for you might say months, but everything you guys, the coterie has been doing for over 2 years, I'd say, for this season or so, have been leading up to what tomorrow night is. Elysium, perhaps the very last Elysium under the rule of Prince Bella. Tonight is a night where you bring your heads together, lay out your plans, and figure out just what the 5 of you, or rather 4 of you, are going to be doing tomorrow night. As well as a coming together of, Dakota was informed of you guys going into the other place, right?
No.
She was told
I knew it was.
We told her out of character.
Out of character, I said I let
we didn't have a session last week.
Dakota does not. She went off to deal with hunting down Rudy and leaving some propaganda around the city.
Fair enough. This is the first time you've seen them in a couple of nights after you, like you said, you left and came back. And it's been a couple of nights for the 3 of you since you've gone through the archway or the doorway and returned, having come face to face with, well, as Bub put it off camera once, a concept. But Dakota, when Dakota walks in, do you all probably have kind of come to yourself? Obviously,
So,
Emmy is like
It's been like
loving
what,
the
3 or
music
4
and really
nights
feeling it.
since I've seen them.
So yeah,
Yeah, if I see Dakota come in, I will grab her and like bring her into the middle of the floor dancing.
yeah.
Immediately you're pulled into the middle of the floor.
And Dakota, you've seen how Emmy's been lately. She just runs to you and just like grabs your hand and is like, "You're back. Come here." And she just like pulls you in.
And I knowing that, like, I'm sure everybody's like heads higher than you. I'm like, I if you'll let Dakota, she'll scoop you and shoulder you at the concert,
Yeah,
so
sure.
you can like get up and over everybody. When I realize like you're wanting to go into the pit, yeah,
So
Dakota's down for
you
that.
go out, bring her out for the third song, and you guys have spent the whole third song out there enjoying it, which was this Soul's Subway. I can't remember. I've written it down somewhere, but you've got them on hand.
I've got it right here in our let's see. Baby Core CD says Subway Soul Sessions.
Yes, Subway Soul Sessions. That's right. So yeah, you spend the whole of that song out there with Emmy, and when it's finally winding down, you make your way into the back and rejoin Ava and Ollie.
Amy's still riding my shoulders as we go back.
Dakota, you're back.
I am.
Welcome back. Just in
Thanks.
time for the party. The pre-party. Honestly, like the pre-party. And we should probably have an after party after Elysium. I'll plan that too.
An after party for the pre-party.
We have to have a pre-party and an after party. That's,
Oh, you're the Toreador.
Yes, and I will say that is like knowing that we get to be the ones to host a pre-party. That's kind of cool.
Did anybody, while I was out there in the pit with Emmy, did we see anybody of note? Like, did anybody else come to this party, or does it seem like the usual?
Obviously, got
like
Kathy. Kathy's in the crowd. She's the manager of them all, so she's there. And Brett is there. Of course, Brett is there. He's enjoying the shit out of himself. No one within like the Primogen ranks are there or anything. What does she go by? Does she go by Portia?
She goes by.
She does go by Portia. Yes.
Then yes, that is because I know you all had a game.
Because she's there with Brett, right?
Yeah. Yes, she's there with Brett. Correct.
Okay.
And they're just very much enjoying each other's company. Other than that, no. You see one of your gangrels amongst there, just kind of enjoying themselves.
Yeah, they would have been
hand.
invited. There's no reason.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah. Were you hoping somebody in particular?
No,
was
I'm just trying to
showing?
fill out the balance of audience here. Like, who's here? Is it mostly kind, or is it mostly kindred?
I mean, it's always going to be mostly kind when it comes to like parties like this. You're going to have maybe 10 or less kindred at these parties, unless it's like an Elysium again.
That's as Ava's walking us through pre and after party shenanigans. Dakota's kind of thinking like, who's coming to the after party? But then Dakota's like, yeah, after party. That sounds great.
When there's Elysium, it's Elysium week. It's like a convention, okay? So like you have the pre-night where you have the pre-party, and then everybody gets a little too crazy and a little hungover, but like the next night, like you're ready for that night. And then, the after party's a bit more chill, but it's all week. So this is the start. We got to get ourselves in the mood, in the zone.
If this is only the beginning, I can't wait to see what the next party's like.
Oh yeah,
You should have
it'll
seen
be
our
something.
first party, Emmy.
It was horrible.
It was not. It was perfect.
It was the worst thing.
It had room to grow.
When the harpy thinks the party's cute.
Yeah, the harpy
was-
was being nice.
It was at our first location. A lot less fancy than this.
a train yard.
It was a train depot in its last life.
Whatever.
When we got it, it was mostly ruined, but it was homey. If I do say so myself, it had a personal touch.
So this
Both
is
of them
the
seem like you're on the same page.
We usually aren't.
Opposites attract.
Mm-hmm.
this is the night before the night. So we need to just get ourselves.
I don't know what you're talking about. But if I did, I would say the wolves will be at the door.
Would Ava have like a bottle of wine and glasses like as a for like a toast of the night prior? 'Cause
Yes.
You are also aware, as excited as you may be, you're also well aware that your lives are quite literally at stake tomorrow. That if one thing goes wrong, people who weren't supposed to fall within the crosshairs and die.
So like I was saying, the wolves will be at the door. A plus plus. I've read a lot of books about war, and oftentimes it's recounted. They talk about the night before.
Oh, here we go with the war analogies again.
I'm just saying, usually the night before is either a time of great internal, what's the word I'm looking for? Internal searching for an individual, or it's a fucking party. It's the last night we could possibly have. If, hypothetically speaking, something were to happen.
Is Ollie being like uncharacteristically quiet right now?
Oh, there's no reason for him to be anything other than pensive. Everybody else is thrilled, and he just had a face-to-face with a god deity idea thing. So he's having a real coming to earth scenario. On top of,
so he's being contemplative.
So, for example, Ollie is deep in his personal thoughts. The night before, I am choosing to party.
As am
I
I.
also would choose to party.
Oh,
so I think just interject. I think the night before, the night of. I'm pretty sure that's just yesterday.
but it doesn't sound as cool. Nobody writes about yesterday.
That is a fallacy. There are a lot of songs about yesterday.
The analogy doesn't matter. What matters is that we are all here right now. And I think we should just take a moment. And Ava hands everybody wine,
Ooh.
except Emmy, I guess.
I pass my wine to Emmy. Dakota's not going to drink
The
it.
back door flies open and Grant walks in.
Oh my God.
Emmy
Who gave him
hands
a
it
backstage
back.
pass?
Now the party
Emmy
can
hands the glass of
start.
wine to Grant.
Yeah.
He grabs it. Now he's got a can of like Pabst Blue Ribbon and now in a glass of wine in the other hand. And he just starts double fisting.
Grant, are you ready for tomorrow?
Absolutely. He gives
your
you,
big
like,
day?
a thumbs up. Can't wait.
Perhaps we should dress Grant up a bit for
Gross.
tomorrow.
Why?
I already got a suit picked out. Don't you worry.
Like, just, do you need a haircut, Grant?
He kind of like brushes the wisps
Grant,
on the
let me
side
put
of his
this
head back.
bluntly for you. However you look tomorrow night, hair, teeth, nails, body, bruises, all of it stays forever.
Oh, you still think that's happening?
Oh.
Isn't that gonna be all interrupted?
What happens if we do it before everything's interrupted?
Didn't think of that.
Well, the question is, Grant, is this still something you want?
Oh yeah,
He doesn't have much of a choice at this point.
I mean,
that was the problem.
there's
I just
always
wanted to be able to
there's
choose.
always a choice, Dakota. I
This
learned
is the
that from you.
Camarilla. There is no such thing as choice.
Oh, honestly, Red is a lot happier than I thought she'd be.
I'm fucking stoked, dude. Ollie
It is
is pensive.
Yeah, you guys went some funny places the other day.
Wait. I look up at Emmy
Oh, you didn't tell
and
her.
then to
Oh.
Ava and then to Ollie. Where
We
did
went
you
to
go?
Matthew's house. It was magnificent.
You went
and
to
beautiful
Madison?
and colorful. And
Yes.
we got to meet somebody.
Did he move into a new house? Because the last time I checked, his house was none of that.
It was
All
like
his brows
multiple
furrow.
houses.
It's like
with
you can
doors
see the
that were
migraine coming
forever.
on.
There was like hundreds of them.
As Amy keeps talking, Dakota just like slides you off of her shoulders and kind of turns you around in her hands and kind of holds you out and puts you down. She's like, Ollie, and Dakota looks right at Ollie, knowing Ollie's not going to lie to her and he's probably not going to spare truth.
Grant just spins around. Hey, they're playing my favorite song. I gotta go. And he just
Favorite
drinks
song.
and leaves.
I told you about this song. Ollie.
Yeah.
Dare I ask why you went to Matthews? Let's start at the beginning. Why?
Well, I'll give you 3 guesses, but you only need one.
Nope, I
It
just-
starts with A and ends with Heloise.
Okay. I turned to Ava.
You also you were told about the key though, right?
And I'll give you another.
because that
hint.
came from Nelson.
There's a
so
monkey
yes.
paw involved.
No, she knew about that. I think.
Fuck.
Yes. Yes.
I told you not to fuck with that monkey paw. Didn't we say don't? We're just not gonna mess with the monkey paw?
Hey, the Toreador way, YOLO, right? That's why do you think I'm fucking pensive over here?
That is not the Toreador way. That's just the Ava way. That's just the Ava way. Brett's out there swinging his dick around and Portia's standing next to him. That's the Toreador way. Not monkey paws and.
Well, guess what, Dakota? We're here to tell the tale. Nobody died.
Okay.
Surprise, surprise.
Congratulations, some bad shit has happened to us and nobody died. Okay, question number 2. Why Matthew's house?
That's a great question. I don't know, but that's what I saw in my vision. And I went there to get
vision?
answers. I had, I think, how were you? I think I told you about this, but I took the key that Nelson got and I tried to see what it was.
Right.
And it took me to Matthew's door.
Whoa.
And we used the key on the door.
And
It took us somewhere. It worked.
Okay,
It took us
number 3, where did it take you if not Matthew's house?
To the
took us
land
to
of
a place.
imagination.
Yeah, you're not sure where. You don't
It
know.
was beautiful.
Okay,
It was like a
I'm
forest
fully convinced
and
at this point
water
that y'all are
that tasted amazing.
fucking with
And
me.
I could feel my heartbeat and I could hear the birds chirping.
It took us to a place possibly in the Umbra. And
what?
You can make an intelligence occult roll.
I feel like we talked about this
Dakota.
last time, but Dakota's. I'm not
Who,
getting
what?
at the what? I don't know. I don't know shit about this. I don't know shit
Yeah,
about
no,
this.
you don't
What
know.
the
Yeah,
fuck
like the
is
who,
the
what
Umbra
now?
again?
Ava
Zero
doesn't
successes.
really know either, though. Like Ava has
I'm like
like a-
talking like I know what I'm talking about, but Ava doesn't. I'm just trying to be smart, okay? I don't know what it is either.
Okay. So you followed one of your visions with the key that came out of Nelson's
Alice
traumatic
going through the
experience.
door. Yes,
Okay.
we went into Wonderland.
And where did you tumble to? The Umbra? What is it?
It was a place that I think any of us could go to if we want to feel true peace.
You could feel the sun.
It is a
I
place,
wanted it
if
burning.
everything goes to hell, I think if we go there, we will find true serenity.
Okay. So while I was gone,
And we walked on top of the water.
you all tumbled down the rabbit hole so that you could have a backup plan if we don't succeed?
To be completely
That
fair,
was what this was. That's why Nelson gave it to us.
I went along with it so that they didn't fucking die. And then I spent a few minutes fighting a
Yes,
door that was somehow
yes.
stronger than me.
Ollie did not want to do this as per usual.
There was an animated door?
No, it was one of them slamming portal doors that didn't give a shit about what I wanted. And the moment that Ava stepped in, my brain was like, wait, who the fuck is Ava Heloise and why am I at a door? So I decided I was going to hold the door, and then I slipped inside, and guess what? It's the land of imagination and liquid paints on everything, and suddenly I can taste the floor. It's real strange.
Okay.
We were sort of spoke to by light. Yeah, no, I know, it sounds weird.
The bottom line is, Dakota, this key takes us to a place where we can just
Live forever.
we can actually find some sort of peace. It's like the closest thing I think Kindred will ever get to heaven.
Fuck heaven. I didn't want to go to heaven when I was mortal.
Well,
the sun is overrated.
Would you prefer eternal night?
I would prefer us to have enough faith in ourselves that we don't have to think about a second option. I have zero interest in leaving this place behind in my failures. I will either succeed or I will die, Ava Heloise. That is war.
I think you might change your mind after you see it. It was so beautiful, Dakota.
I know nothing
doubt that.
nothing we say is going to convince Dakota. However,
Was it your paradise, Ollie?
No,
The floor, tasting it and all that jazz?
no, it was way too Robin Williams for me. Something magical, and it felt fake. It wasn't my grinder. I needed, this is home. Like I said it years ago. I lived here, I died here, I'll die here again.
And wasn't our backup plan the flame in the hospital? That's why.
No. This is not the point. Okay? I know none of you would understand because you don't feel the way Toreador feel. Okay? It's not about this is our home. We lived here. It's about a place where you can feel forgiven for all of the horrible shit that we did here. A place where you can actually let go of every horrible thing that you've done in this life.
Conceptually, that sounds great, but I just want to be absolutely transparent. I'm not asking for forgiveness.
I didn't know I needed it.
It's not, and maybe it's not for any of you, okay? But you know who it might be for? Sybil. Maybe she needs to go there and feel forgiveness and feel and let go of this grudge that she has against her sire. Maybe it can actually save her. Maybe it's not for you, and maybe it's not for you, and maybe it's for maybe it is for you. But it might not be your cup of tea, but it might be somebody else's.
How are
It
you
might be
gonna
hers.
Sybil to get there?
I don't know, but I'm just saying this key is here for us for a reason. If something goes horribly wrong, this is something we can use. And I'm just saying that's the first thing I thought of while I was there was, you know, who would probably feel like they can actually feel forgiveness in this place? Sybil. So I'm going to leave it at that. It may or may not be a good idea. It may or may not be a place we ever need to worry about, but it was a place that you could feel
Ava,
feelings.
when you talked about a pregame party, I really didn't think you'd take it that far.
Look, I was ready for you to be reaming to us, Dakota, about this decision, and to me, I should say, because really it was my decision.
Tell me the last time I reamed you for something with words.
No, yeah, you're right. That's usually Ollie.
What was the last time I reamed you for anything? Because the
Oh,
last I heard, I'm constantly the fucking stick in the mud.
Oh, okay. How about every time I try to have a premonition about Saito, you tell me how wrong it is for me to even think about him.
No, it's wrong of you to try to cling to the dead. He died. Let him stay dead.
He's not dead, though. I've
No,
seen
he's
him.
pretty fucking dead.
I've talked to him.
Okay, well, that's cool, but, like, Grant can't go talk to him.
You've seen him. You saw him in the labyrinth.
I don't actually know if that was him. That could have been Sybil playing tricks
helped
on my
you.
fucking mind.
He's trying to help us in the abyss right now. Well, you know what? None of you get it, and it's fine. It's fine. Ava is like frustrated and angry. She's like
third glass of wine to
yes,
start pouring it out.
She just, it's fine. We still have a job to do tomorrow, so none of the rest of this matters until tomorrow.
Ava, maybe the only person that reams you is you, since you are the one seeking a place for forgiveness.
Perhaps.
All I say is that Ava promised me that yesterday would be the most amazing day ever, and it was.
Emmy did have.
Today was supposed to be the most amazing day ever.
Emmy has been in better spirits, Dakota. I give Dakota the eyes. She's been doing better than the last time you saw her. And it's
Yeah, she seems less angsty.
You guys know I'm here, right?
Yeah, that's why I said that.
Yes.
You seem less angsty.
You want me to be more angsty?
No, I'm just saying you do in fact seem like maybe you have come to terms with everything that happened.
In regards to,
You know, the drinking of the blood and the fire and the ritual and the... You seem better.
I mean, in terms with it, that's not really the words that I would
I
use.
was trying to be kind. You seem less likely to take your, self out into the sunshine tomorrow, so...
Because I'm living, Dakota.
Great, I'm glad. I'm glad to hear that.
I grab her hand and I make her feel my chest.
Is her heart beating?
Feel it.
Is it like has she
gentle.
roused?
It would be similar. Like it's hard to tell.
As nice as that is, Emmy, I can rouse and make my heart beat.
She's,
I look at the two of them like, should I be feeling? Is she for real? Is she living again?
Not
No.
truly, no.
Just, you know, just got.
She had.
Yeah, she got more somehow.
Yeah.
She's not exactly telling us how, but she got more somehow.
Oh, okay. So that wasn't part of
It
your,
wasn't
your
me.
tumble down the rabbit hole.
It wasn't me.
It was pre that, post that. I don't know.
Okay,
I
you know
can't
what?
remember.
We will have an intervention after we've solved the first problem. Okay. Until then, Emmy, and I take both my hands and put it around, go around your cute little face. I say, I am really glad that you were feeling better.
Thanks, me too.
Then I turn around and look at them, maybe with like Emmy just to my back, and I'm like,
She's right. She's right there.
I was gonna say, as Ava quietly responds, Emmy just sees Ava quietly going.
You know I'm here still, right?
I sure do. I know you're there.
We don't have a choice in the matter.
Great. I guess we did establish that earlier, didn't we? No choice. You know what choice I have? I have the choice to at least hear the last song on this playlist or this set, and
Yes.
I have a choice to party.
Actually,
Is the coterie about to just separate for a minute and take a breather from each other and go out and enjoy some music?
I want to join Dakota.
Okay, Emmy's coming with.
Okay.
I look at
Everybody's
Ollie
going
like,
out.
well, you have to come now too.
Mhm.
You want to go? Let's go. It's the last song.
I'm good.
But it's the last song.
Nah, no, I'm good.
You're gonna be a party pooper?
No, I
This
can
is a
just see Ava's
party.
face. I have a feeling I know where this is going, and I would rather not play 13th wheel to what is about to happen.
What's gonna
Damien looks like he's
happen?
curing up some sweat, so I'm gonna go outside.
I don't. Wait.
Eh.
Is it? Wait. No. Hey. And I'll follow Ollie outside. Like,
Gosh.
a
Wait,
second.
where's Ava go? Does she go?
Ava,
over there?
Ava's annoyed. She lets them go.
The show's still gonna happen. Do you go out and enjoy some music? Ava, do you go out
I'm
and
gonna.
enjoy-
Yes, I'm going to.
Emmy goes with you.
Emmy will
Yes,
follow
me and
you.
Emmy will go enjoy Baby Chorus.
Ava, give me a wits awareness roll, please.
Oh dear.
Just Ava, only Ava.
Okay.
And I think as we're walking, Emmy's like,
Maybe Ollie will make a move.
Okay, make me an intelligence resolve.
Well, if he doesn't, something else is gonna happen tonight. I can tell you that much.
what? Everybody's got it all figured out.
For the moment, beautiful rolls, by the way. As you look through the crowd, you just see a familiar face. You don't know where they are, who they are. It's just a face you've definitely seen them before. You don't know if they're kind or kindred. Maybe it's somebody you drank. Maybe it's a family member of somebody you drank. God, you've seen so many family photos of people you've accidentally killed. It's hard to keep track. But it's a familiar face, and you clock it.
Okay, I'll note it. Note it in my brain.
Our camera blurs through the crowd again, back out the back doors with Dakota catching up with Ollie.
Hey, where you going?
I gotta get the fuck away.
From the party?
No, from Ava Heloise. I gotta get the fuck away from Ava Heloise.
Hey, I feel you. Did you know, out there, on the floor, you can't hear her. The music's too loud.
You know, I wish that was completely accurate, but she has just a way of finding the decibel and going above and beyond.
Well, then, what if you don't go with Ava? You came out there with me.
You know she's gonna poke you and prod you.
She's out
She's
there with
gonna-
Emmy. The only person poking a prod at Ava Heloise is who Ava Heloise chooses. You and I both know that.
Yeah, and I know that tomorrow is gonna be a little scary. And while I'm gonna be there, and I'm gonna do me, and you're gonna do you with the whole gangrel thing, we don't know how tomorrow's gonna go.
We don't.
And you may not be afforded another opportunity to get some things off your chest. And I am man enough to provide some levity here.
I'm sorry. Maybe we're having two separate conversations. Tomorrow night we might die. I'd like my coterie to enjoy it a little bit.
Oh, I mean, I was enjoying it, but Ava got under my skin. What I'm getting at is while I'm going to go enjoy things a little separately, just get some night air, I'll be back. Give me 15, 20, I'll be back.
All right, fine.
You may not be afforded another opportunity to talk to Damien. And I think you should.
He is the sheriff of our city. I'm
He
sure I will have
is-
plenty of time to talk to him later.
He is a light in your eye.
Okay, can we not talk about Damien? Look,
No,
Mathis,
no, he's a good kid. He's
did
a good
I
kid.
happen to get keys to that place I've been waiting on over the last
Absolutely.
few days? I'm like, you know what, Ollie? And I'll take your hand. I'm like, I'm not going to force you to come. I don't have anything to say to Damien except congratulations, the set was fucking awesome. But I do have something for you.
Okay.
And I'll pull out a set of keys and kind of jingle them. And I'll put them in your hand.
Finally got something other than the van. You get me a new beater.
Better. 3 blocks that way
Oh, the shop.
is yours. Now. And the only person that knows that is us and Jackson. It's not a shared space. Ava Heloise doesn't have keys.
Well, I mean, you should never need keys to get in anywhere anyway.
I guess that's true, but you know what I mean.
I do.
So, everything in it is now yours. And since I don't really read comic books, it seems like a waste if you don't,
Kind of like rings the keys around his fingers for a minute and clips them in his hand. And Ollie's just going to hug. He's just going to hug you. Just like full on
I'll hug you
embrace
back.
you.
Yeah, Dakota will do the same thing and hug you back. And she's like, look, everybody parties differently. I just don't want all of us, Emmy included, to not be able to at least enjoy life a little bit. And if she's got to do that drinking Fae blood, fucking great. If Ava's got to do it, I fucking, what's his face from the stage, Nero from the stage, that's fine too. And if you got to do it in a quiet comic book shop between pages, man, that's on you.
No, it's fine. I like the scene. I like both scenes. The comics are nice. It's escapism. You know, I like that, but I don't know. Ava gets under my skin because she is trying to find the fast way out. And you notice how she said, maybe it's not for you. Maybe it's not for you, and maybe it's not even for you. But at no point did she not say it wasn't for her.
And that's okay. Everybody's selfish sometimes, Ollie. And you know what? If Ava truly does need that level of forgiveness, I hope she finds it.
Yeah, but I don't want to keep on living without her.
Yeah, me either, but that's not our choice.
That's fair.
Learn to control the things you can control, Oliver Hopkins. You'll be a lot happier.
I know. I'm not a stick in the mud, okay? I just take longer to think about things.
Hey, I don't think you're a stick in the mud.
She's a poopy sister. But I love her.
A what?
Yeah, she can be a shithead in her own way. But you're right, she's my sister too. So, the song's not over if you do want to come, but I would like to catch the end of the set.
All right, come on. Let's get back inside.
Fuck yes.
And so you all rejoin and enjoy the end of Baby Chorus.
We don't have to go by Ava and Emmy if
Yep.
if Ollie needs space.
Ava
Dakota-
gives
yeah.
you glares at both of you if you don't come by.
I glare back at
Ooh,
her.
Wait or glower.
Yeah, she gives the nasty look to both of you.
Oh. That
I
shit
hope
don't
she
phase
puts us in her
Dakota.
burn book.
Yeah. Dakota's like, I dare you. I hope I'm in your burn book. I give you the look back that's like, chill out. Like, I got him here for Christ's sake.
As the set comes to a close, and so the concert comes to a close at the end of the night, as people are filing out. Before you all get a chance with each other, Ava, I need one more wits awareness for you.
Okay. Ooh.
That's
Oh,
another
another 4.
wonderful
Great.
roll. And now one more intelligence resolve.
All right. Come on, dice.
With 3 more successes added to the 4 you rolled prior. Just as they're leaving, you catch a glimpse of that individual one last time as they leave the door and turn right and kind of walk out of sight. And you're like, fuck, who are they? It just annoys you to see a face and not know who they are, at least on some surface level. And then it hits you. One of the freedom fighters.
Interesting. Are they on their way out? Was that?
You caught them as they leave the front door and they walk out of sight.
I'm gonna run over to Dakota.
What? I'm
Hey,
like getting
hey,
ready
hey.
to like pop champagne or something stupid.
Yeah, you guys are probably in the back room
Yeah, I
again,
was gonna
kind of
like
getting
spray
things
champagne.
going.
I've been waiting this my whole life. Yeah.
Kathy, you actually, when you burst in the back, Ava, it's actually, you see Dakota, she's actually having a final conversation with Kathy, getting paid properly, whatever. So you burst in the back and Kathy's like, that venue, every time it just over exceeds our sales expectations. People love this place. You've done a great job here, I gotta say.
Thanks,
and she like
Kathy.
hands back and signs some paperwork
And
and whatnot.
business is business, and I'll probably say something like, but no venue is complete without good entertainment.
And she just kind of gives you like a understanding nod, reaches to shake your hand as the night comes to a close. And she goes, and that's why we make a good partnership. I'll see you at Elysium tomorrow, I imagine.
You will.
I am excited to see the entire coterie there. She turns around and sees Ava standing there, and she gives you a pleasant smile.
Ava!
But I must be on my way. I
Yes.
must, everybody,
You don't want to stick around for the after party?
manager duties and all, I must go. And she
Safely
quickly,
it is.
briskly walks past you.
I hand Ava the money. Like, we got paid, because you're going to hand it to Nelson, right? Like, I don't, yeah,
I saw somebody in attendance that I haven't seen in a while. Remember when Grant got kidnapped and we met? I met those nice kindred
Where?
who wanted me to join.
Where?
He's on his way out right now.
Mathis, did he go right or left? I asked, right or left?
Right, she went right. He went right, Ava.
Is there a way for me to like
Right?
cut out the back door, like the stage door or something, and
Sure.
come
You
around
have
the alley and try to cut him
no
off?
earthly idea what these people look like.
That's okay. I
however.
grab Ava to come with me. Click your heels. I'm like dragging her if I have to around the corner. I'll Scooby-Doo peek around the corner. Like, do I catch him or?
You both are welcome to make wits awareness rolls.
I don't know what I'm looking for, but okay.
You can. I imagine. I'll say instead of you roll, you give Ava an additional +1 to
Okay,
her
there
pool,
you
or
go.
+2 to her pool.
Yeah, because I'm gonna need it. Let me just
So
roll two
basically
more
like a
again.
rouse, yeah. Hey,
so-
that's 3.
Essentially,
3 successes.
you do not see them.
Fuck. He was just here.
What's he look like?
You describe kind of a young guy with a goatee, not shaved head, but like short crop cut hair. Looks like he's in his mid-20s, and he's wearing just a regular band T-shirt, a Baby Chorus T-shirt, jeans, and sneakers.
Oh, he was in
just
a Baby
looked
Chorus T-shirt?
Yeah, Baby Chorus T-shirts on a Baby Chorus concert.
Anything definitive? I'm like,
You only met him one time.
Oh my
once
God.
in a
That's about
building
as much
far
as I
away.
got.
I'll be right back. And Dakota will. I'll rouse and turn into bird form.
Burb.
Burb form. I burb it. I will burb right into the sky in this alleyway and just try to get see if I can pick, because I have better eyesight as the bird, and see if I can find him or anything like Ava described.
You're welcome to make me another wits awareness.
Gotta find the right bird. Okay. Yep. My wits. Yeah. Boink. Have a 4?
Yeah, hunger 0.
I should be a hunger 1. Oh, it's because I'm
You
a
should be a
bird of.
hunger
It's
2.
because I'm a bird of prey. It's because I
okay,
use the different
so the
character. So
last
the
two
last
dice.
2 are hunger
Yeah.
dice. Yeah.
So you could re-roll 2 of them if you wanted to.
You know what? Fuck it. I get 1 willpower as a bird, so I will use it. For this evening. And I guess I'll re-roll 2 of those for 1 more
Yeah,
success.
one more. With 5 successes, while an extraordinarily high success, it is still relatively early in the evening. The streets are packed, people are busy, and you are unable to pinpoint this very specific individual with the brief description that Ava gave you.
That's okay. I'll just kind of loop the block area and then swoop back to the theater. Same
No
thing.
one's
Come
lingering
out of
awkwardly,
it.
except
Yep.
for a few drunk people puking and another person maybe just like in the back alley stumbling. You know, your usual after concert kind of.
I mean,
just
even if I got to
clearing
go
out,
to the
but-
roof, like I'll go to the roof and change back
Yeah,
so I'm not seen and then come back
Yeah.
into the space. Yeah, I just wanted to see if I could find him before he disappeared. But it's good to know that the Sabat is peeping around our business.
Join a little bit of a party. So Dakota would return after probably like 20 minutes, I would imagine. She'd do a good loop, make sure being extra thorough. But she would eventually return pretty soon.
I'm probably like shaking a final feather off as I'm like adjusting
Yeah.
my clothes as I'm coming back in.
No luck, I guess. Well, I don't know what he was doing at the party. He didn't have an invite, but I will. I mean, I guess it's an open concert, but a hi would have been nice. It's fine. I'm curious as to why
I am
he was
too. I
here.
have theories, but you know what? I find that usually my theories are so very wrong in this city. So who fucking knows?
You've been right a lot.
I was gonna say,
Yeah, but not all the
sometimes you
time.
have outlandish theories, Dakota, but a lot of times you narrow it down and your theory ends up being right. But
Well, I imagine. Well, you know what? We'll talk my theories after tomorrow night. If we make it after tomorrow night, I'll worry. That's a tomorrow, after tomorrow problem.
Is there anything the four of you want to discuss about tomorrow night? Your specific plans, what you each want to do, or is that pretty settled amongst the four of you?
Dakota, we still have plans with Damien tomorrow, right? With
Damien will be at Elysium with the rest of us, I imagine. He is the sheriff.
he's not acquiring something for us.
He has taken all consideration necessary to assure that the Ivory Tower remains safe while we are at Elysium.
I see. Understood. Okay. I just wanted to confirm that.
It is confirmed he's a very good sheriff.
Yes.
I say that loud enough where if there is anybody else around,
Yeah.
that is yeah.
So I guess I lay the question, is any more conversation any of you want to have with each other as this night rounds to a close?
Listen, Ava, I kind of pull her close. I'm like, look, I know you have like a whole plan for Nero and whatever. Do me a favor. Consider that maybe Ollie is struggling with your choices. And your choices are your choices. But as his sister, maybe you could smooth some things over before tomorrow night in case it is the last time.
Yes, I suppose you're right. I don't want to cause Ollie any strife. So I suppose I should.
Look, Ava, you didn't hear it from me, okay? But
I'm not that I can read people, okay? I know he's upset.
You want to know why? Why do you think he's upset?
Probably because he knows I'm scheming to try to tell you to talk to Damien. Okay. And he doesn't like that because he has feelings for you. If you want me to be so real, I will be so real.
I think it's
I'm saying this like we're like outside. I'm like saying this very loudly,
and it's just like
cars are driving by still.
Yeah,
it's not like
and I'm like
super.
Yeah,
late.
I'm like
I think it's really cute, Ava Heloise, that you think that he's upset at you because of me. But tonight, Ollie told me that he's really upset because he doesn't want to see you go. So maybe just for the first time in your life, find something we call empathy and consider that maybe we, your family, would miss you.
Yeah, I know. I would feel the same if anything happened to either of you.
You've spent the last year trying to bring Saito back because you love him. And I imagine that some weird way he fucking loved you too. But not once in all of that have you considered that you already have people here that love you. Ones you don't have to save. That don't leave books behind. And trails of death and destruction. People that show up and have your back. Maybe Ollie just thinks you haven't taken that into consideration. And that you would give up that family for Saito.
Yeah. I will say though, when somebody dies and basically sacrifices themselves for you, that kind of messes with you a bit.
Ava Heloise, when I was 10 years old, my stepdad tried to kill me, and my dog saved my life, and he killed it as I ran away. My name is because of that dog. So if there is anybody that understands that, it's me. I know exactly what that feels like. And my greatest joy, my forgiveness, has been all of you. Maybe you're looking for something you already have, and you're too blind to see it. Just something to think about, kiddo, because I love you. And Ollie is struggling to find those words. And since, it could be our last knife on this fucking piece of earth, now seemed like a good time to tell you.
Yeah. Okay. Thanks, Dakota.
You don't have to look for something you've already got. Yep. And I'll put
Yeah.
my pinky up. It's been a long time.
She puts the pinky up.
And I'll hook her pinky.
You make your way back inside.
Yep.
As you make it to the front door, Grant actually swings out the front door. Hey, have a great night, each and every one of you.
You're in very good spirits, Grant.
It's the night before my improbable doom. I'm gonna go see my girlfriend.
Oh, God.
He gives a bright smile. I got her one of these tees. She probably won't wear it.
Well, she could use it.
Nah.
Yeah.
And then he just walks off with a pep in his step.
Did Ollie stay for the after party?
Yeah, he stuck around.
I'll just kind of as we come in the door, I'll kind of nudge nudge Ava his direction.
Yeah. I go get some cheesecake. One of the good flavors, not just, I'm trying to think what's a good flavor cheesecake. I like just a plain cheesecake personally. That's my jam.
Maybe we're bougie enough to have toppings and little dishes,
Yeah.
to put
That's
your
true.
own.
It's serve your own.
Yeah,
No.
I'm hungry now.
I know. Serve your own cheesecake bar is a business idea we need.
Right? We gotta do that. So I grab a
Is a
slice.
place called Cheesecake Factory.
I worked there for a long time.
Oh my God.
Might need to go there.
Look, they got good pumpkin cheesecake in the fall time. I will give them that.
No, they got good. Their food is good.
Yeah. So
as long as you don't mind the Eye of Sauron watching over you as you
Well,
eat.
yeah. You have to be in the mood for the atmosphere of whatever the fuck Cheesecake Factory chose.
Ava will grab us. She'll get one slice, but she'll get 2 forks, and she goes over toward Ollie, and just has a seat with the cheesecake.
Nudges it into his view.
Yeah. I didn't steal it, so you can't be mad.
I mean, you kind of own it.
Yeah.
What's up, kid?
I'm sorry if I'm a little if I came off a little strong earlier with my passions about the place that we visited.
It's not my cup of tea. It's not my freedom. I get it. I get it. For Emmy, it makes sense. We've been alive, what, 40 some odd years? I can't imagine what it would be like to be, I don't even know, she's fucking 200 years old. It's wild, man.
It is kind of weird. I just did the math, and I would be 48 years old this year. That feels really weird.
My God, you're at your half-life.
I know. I obviously don't look 48, but if anybody saw me as Ava, I I don't look 48 years old, but I am. And it's really weird. I'm having a bit of an existential. Maybe this is the midlife kindred crisis that I'm having right now. But
you look pretty good with silver. You'd strike me as very brilliant, like platinum blondish silver kind of hair. That better be a nice look. Maybe try it sometime just to see how it sticks.
I might. I like to try different experiments, but
So is the cheesecake like a peace offering?
sort of, yeah. Look, Ollie, I know we've had talks like this before, and I sometimes overstep and I get too in my ways about things, and I care about you and I care about Dakota
Thank you.
and Emmy. And I don't want to make choices that might upset the people that mean the most to me.
Well, I mean, I can't stop you from making your decisions, right? You've been quintessential to our success in this city. Admittedly, some of your failures are because of those own decisions, right? Just like some of mine are my own, but I don't know, kid. I'm not excited to see you speedrun your own death, because that's kind of what it feels like.
Yeah, I'm not sure what's going to happen now at the end of this. You're right. I was pretty convinced that when I had that shadow, yeah, I was ready to pay the price at the end. But now, I don't know. I don't know what's going to happen when we make that confrontation. I don't want to do that. I want to stick with you guys.
I hope you do. I really hope you do. You know, I unfortunately think about Saito a lot. Not because I want to, but because it's like a fucking thorn in literally every paw possible. And no matter what I do, I constantly come to the same mental headspace, and obviously it's going to be different. I view your situation as like a sort of like horse blinders, right? You're biased. But everything revolving around Saito he just feels like a bringer of death. And I'll be completely real with you. I'm a lover of life. I love living. I like cheeseburgers and cheesecake and French fries and apple pie. I like alcohol that I can't drink for very long without puking. I love women, and I love my friends, and I love my sister. And I don't want to see you die. So at some point, you got to stop wanting to see yourself die. Because you are, Ava Heloise, while you may be the biggest ass in the party, you're my favorite ass in the party, so stop being a dumb one. You're bright. You're brilliant. You aren't just a rose. You rise above. Because we've constantly been shoveled shit. The whole time we've been here. We've been stepped upon. Verbal slings and arrows have been hurled at us, yet we still rise above. And I get it, it's tough. It fucking sucks to wake up every day and someone else's problems are on our plate. And when they're trying to help us, fuck that, they were helping themselves. Can't stop you from loving a guy. But I can show you where he was wrong about some things. And I'd love to see you stop loving death. Start loving life a little bit. There's a lot of cool shit out there. I mean, look at Dakota, man. Baby chorus ain't my bag, but she's living for it. Couldn't get that if you were double dead.
Yeah. Yeah, I know. And that's why I know Dakota keeps pushing for me to get hobbies and get a life, basically. And
That's why I
I,
got you the camera.
yeah,
You never seem more alive than when you're taking photos. And I get like your whole premonition thing is a part of it, but like, it's cool. It's your quirk. You know, you're kind of stuck with that, but you love that shit.
I do. And I don't want to give that up.
Nah, are you kidding? Some of that light would be lost. Your inspiration. You bring that art into the world. This place is already dark enough. Don't dim it just because you're tired. Take a rest, come back, pick yourself back up, and start beating ass again. Or pass the buck. I'll handle it for a while. I got these big ass shoulders. They're meant for carrying some weight. Point is, I don't want to see you go. Not tomorrow, not next week, and not because it's some dumb broad who's got a problem with a dad. Yeah, I'm talking about you, Sybil. Ooh, woo, woo.
It that does help. Thank you. I I guess just sometimes I think we're dead, you know? We don't deserve happiness. We don't deserve, and then maybe my fate is with Saito in the abyss. But maybe not.
Let me flip the switch on you. We're dead. We got a second life. All we have is to enjoy it. What else is there to live for? Otherwise, we're just rushing to death again. And we did that once. That fucking sucks, right?
Yeah, that did suck.
What's the point of it otherwise? But I'll play my role, you know? I'll do what I gotta do tomorrow. I'll be the hammer of war. Or I will be the stoic and silent, pensive dick in the corner that casts judgment. Whatever people need me to be, I'll be just that at the time.
As will I.
Well, you do got that mean girl brow going on. So
Yes, and
you
I
keep
will.
filling the game.
It will be in full force tomorrow. That's for certain.
I got your back, Ava Eloise. Even if you ain't got yours, I am there. And I'll take punches when you cannot. And Dakota, well, I mean, you good luck fighting her away, because we are fucking family. Thick as thieves. And you can't do nothing about it. You're stuck with me. But name a better pair in your corner.
There isn't.
I know. Now, let's not make it any heavier than it is. Come on, bring it in. Hug it out. Come on.
Yep. Ava will. She'll put her hands around Ollie and give him a hug.
And
This is-
as the two of you hug, we can fade to black. Next week is Elysium.
Dun, dun, dun.
Bring your underwear, a spare pair. You're gonna need a spare pair. And tissues.
Oh,
Change
God.
those live on Twitch, Mathis, so you're gonna have to rethink Elysium. I'm
That's
sorry.
fair.
Well, you could do it. Just don't do it on camera. No one sees down there.
Oy vey.
Well, that's it for us. Thank you guys so much. We appreciate you. We'll be back next week. Bye.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.